What's up, guys? We're here with another game of theories. Today's theory is a largely discussed topic of what secrets lie within the Winterfell crypts, Jon Snow and Lyanna's tomb, and the bones of Eddard Stark. Quick couple things before we get started. The channel's video release structure will see top 5 Fridays for Game of Thrones predictions and other topics, and Sundays for dedicated Game of Thrones theories. With the new season of The Walking Dead starting tomorrow, I will be doing episode epics on Monday/Tuesday, and every Wednesday we'll see my predictions and theories for the following week's episode. The sub-series I'm going to name Game of Dead Theories. After some great feedback, I am picking up a professional mic next week so I can provide crystal audio that can be properly integrated with background music and sound effects. So rest assured, guys, the quality of content will be constantly increasing over the coming months. Now on to our theory. This video is quite a special one, as I was helped greatly by an awesome submission from YouTuber Andrew Williams, which undoubtedly provided me with the missing key elements I've needed for a very long time so I can structure and present this theory in its own unique way. After watching and reading so many crypt theories, I always found myself asking the questions: even if Jon was to enter into the crypts or have a dream urging him to go down there, would he really open his mother's tomb on a gut feeling? Would this be enough justification to open someone's grave? I've always doubted that Jon could go through with this until now. Something I know we're all quite worried about is the amount of time left on the show, but looking at this theory, I think we definitely have the possibility of seeing this brought through into the TV show. Let's go back to the death of Ned and track the journey of his bones. I've always found the topic of Ned not being put to rest to be quite a sad one, and it always reminded me of Theoden from The Lord of the Rings when he nearly becomes a Nazgul Happy Meal. Let's check it out.
I'm going to save you.
You already did. There. My body is broken. You have to let me go. I go to my fathers, in whose mighty company I shall not now feel ashamed.
I mean, that must be quite a tragic thing to have lived with. The thought that you are not worthy to be in the presence of your ancestors until your bitter end. Eddard Stark, on the other hand, is infinitely worthy to join the company of the other lords of Winterfell, but sadly can't because he's not yet been put to rest. So in the books, Tyrion Lannister sends Ned's bones to Catelyn when she's at Riverrun, and she then arranges for an escort to take them from Riverrun back to Winterfell. I think we can assume the TV show followed this plot when Tyrion mentions in the small council meeting about sending Ned's remains back, and then we see an escort from Littlefinger arriving at Renly's camp at Storm's End. Shortly after this, we know that Theon and the Ironborn took Winterfell, and then by the Boltons not long after. Now, looking at the route the escort would have taken to get to Winterfell from Riverrun, you must pass through the Neck, which is where Greywater Watch is and the Crannogmen. This is geographically a very strong location, as the terrain offers Howland Reed's men a huge defensive advantage, and with all the swamps and the threshold of the Neck, it would make scouting extremely easy. So, once word got out about what happened at Winterfell, I'm certain that Howland would have issued commands for all of their scouts to be on the lookout and intercept any Stark bannermen or sympathizers and stop them from returning north. For such Stark loyalists, this is an obvious thing that House Reed would do. Sooner or later, the scouts would have come across the escort of Ned Stark's remains, and when explaining their mission to the Crannogmen, it would make sense that they would offer to hold them in safekeeping until the time was right, until they could be returned to Winterfell. With Jon Snow, now King of the North, it's only a matter of time before Howland Reed learns about this. We've all been after a Stark reunion for quite some time now. Wouldn't it be amazing if Bran and Meera managed to get south of the Wall and back to Winterfell, whilst at the same time Arya decided to go and see her beloved half-brother Jon, knowing that it is safe to return home? And if during that reunion Howland Reed arrived with their father's remains, together the surviving Stark children could properly bury Ned and finally put him to rest in the crypts. Meera would get to see her father again and give him the bad news about his son Jojen, but it would then be the perfect scene for Howland to speak to Jon about what happened in the Tower of Joy. And if Ned did conceal possessions of Rhaegar and Lyanna in her tomb, Howland could be the one to give Jon the perfect justification on almost understandable reasoning to enter her tomb, that there is items in there that he must go and retrieve. Could everything we've all speculated about be hidden in there? Rhaegar's harp, Robb Stark's will and testament, maybe even Lyanna and Rhaegar's marriage certificate. What else do you think could secretly be kept in there? Now, I've been able to present this theory to you in under 15 minutes. Surely the showrunners could do something in a similar amount of time. I would love for us to get the payoff of secrets in the Winterfell's crypts, of Jon's father being Rhaegar, to see Ned put to rest and to get that Stark reunion. Howland and his men haven't been in action for over 10 years. 10 years without war is a very long time to accumulate strength in numbers. Strength that we could see added to Jon's army. What do you guys think? Will we see this reveal in the crypts? Do you think that Arya will continue in her quest for revenge, or will she be desperate to go and see Jon, who she was so fond of? Are Ned Stark's bones lost forever? Let's talk about it in the comments below. With the activity of this channel growing rapidly and videos being released more frequently, it would be great if you guys could show your support and make sure that you're subscribed. And if you are subbed, then check that you have the notifications activated so you can receive alerts each time that Game of Theories uploads a new video. And seriously, well done on killing the last thumbs up target. You guys destroyed it. I hope you enjoyed this interpretation, and thanks again to Andrew Williams for the submission. Check out my other recent videos, and I will see you guys tonight for my first Game of Dead theories. Take it easy.